I met a girl on Tinder. I thought it'd be a great idea to take her out on a first date with my motorcycle. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this episode, we're talking about the 3 things I wish I knew before buying a motorcycle when it comes to getting girls. So we're just gonna start this video off by saying girls don't care about your brand new motorcycle. A motorcycle's a motorcycle to a girl, at least for the vast majority of girls. They have no idea that you have a brand new 2024 M1000 like I got behind me here, or a 2005 R6, which is a great bike. That was actually my first sports bike. Basically, all they look at is it clean? If it's scratched to shit, if it's beat to shit, they're gonna look at that and they're probably gonna judge you on that. They don't know the difference between a 2005 R6 and a brand spanking new 2024 M1000 with 210 horsepower. Now, I'm probably gonna get a little bit of hate in the comments from guys saying, hey, my girlfriend has this bike and she's more into it than me. Yeah, there's some girls out there that are actually into motorcycles, but I'm speaking for the bulk of girls. They know absolutely nothing about your motorcycle whatsoever. It's not gonna get you the same street cred as a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or anything like that, because those cars represent money. When it really comes down to it, you can buy the absolute top of the line motorcycle for $30,000, $40,000, which really doesn't represent a lot of money. It is a lot of money to the average person, don't get me wrong. This bike behind me is worth $31,000. It's a lot of money to me, but it's not Lamborghini money. It's not $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, so it really doesn't represent a ton of money. For the most part, it's not gonna get you those gold digger girls like a Lamborghini, like a Ferrari, like a Bugatti, anything like that. These people on the Jeep here got the Arai camera on there. So freaking nice, filming on the side of this Jeep. Nice, hell yeah. Very sick. Very, very sick cameras on there. That was about probably $500,000 worth of camera gear on that Jeep there. So freaking crazy. Anyways, back to what I was saying. If you have a girlfriend that is either A, into motorcycles with you, great, or B, most important of all, accepts you for being into motorcycles and is not gonna try and make you sell that bike, anything like that, because let's face it, guys, I know so many people out there that are into motorcycles before a relationship and the girlfriend makes them sell the motorcycle, which is not what we want, guys. We want to be on 2 wheels because we all know how freaking amazing it is to be on 2 wheels, which brings me into tip 2 is girls don't want to go fast on the back of your motorcycle. They don't want to see the top speed. They don't want to do any of that. They want a nice, calm, in control ride, because let's face it, guys, can you imagine yourself jumping on the back of an M1000 single R and taking it all the way up to 200 kilometers, for instance? You would lose your mind being on the back. It's one thing to be in control, be riding the bike, but to be on the back with no control whatsoever, girls absolutely don't like that, and I don't like that. I wouldn't want to be on the back of a motorcycle where my bro is riding 200 kilometers an hour plus, doing all kinds of crazy turns. Girls like you to be in control. They might like to go a little bit fast, like I'm talking 10% over the speed limit, something like that. For the vast majority of them, they don't want to go fast. And I'm speaking from real experience here. I knew this coming in. I was told girls don't want to go fast. And trust me, guys, I didn't believe it. I did not believe it for a second. I'm like, there's no way. Me being the 22-year-old guy that I was, I want to show off how fast this freaking thing is. That's the reason I bought this bike, is because it is so freaking fast. And that was a 2005 R6, which at the time I thought was so freaking fast. And it was fast. It could do triple the speed limit. It was insane. I had a girl that loved to ride on the back, and I knew that girls didn't want to go fast on the bike at all. But I still had in the back of my mind, I'm like, I really want to show off how freaking fast this bike is. So I probably went on about 10 rides and I was in control. I wasn't speeding. I was maybe going 10% over the speed limit, something like that, nothing crazy. So I did about 10 rides with this girl and she loved riding on the back. She would actually call me up like, hey, want to go for a motorcycle ride? And I'd be like, this is awesome. This is cool. I love taking girls for rides on the motorcycle. It's like one of the coolest things ever. Maybe girls are into motorcycles and maybe that motorcycle does get you the girl. After 10 rides, I was going, and I thought, you know what? This girl is comfortable on my bike now. Maybe she wants to go fast. So I took her on the highway and I cranked it up to 200 kilometers an hour, which was not that fast for a sports bike, but it's like fast for the average person that has never been 200 kilometers an hour. Even in a vehicle, on a motorcycle, it's a totally different ballgame. Everybody that rides knows 200 kilometers an hour is pretty fast, but it's so incredibly easy to get there. These bikes will do 200 kilometers an hour in second or third gear, like it's nothing. So I took her up to 200 kilometers an hour, took her home, and she just kind of seemed a little bit different. She seemed not as excited to get off the motorcycle as she usually was. And I thought nothing of it, and I went on with my day. The next few days, I was like, hey, do you want to go on a motorcycle ride? And she's like, nah, I'm actually kind of busy right now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. You're busy. You know, she said she's busy in the past, and a few days went by. I asked her again. I said, hey, do you want to go on a motorcycle ride? She's like, no, I'm busy. And it was 3, 4, 5 times maybe, and she didn't want to go for a ride. There was always an excuse. She never actually told me why she was always busy. There was just some reason why she wouldn't come on a ride with me. And it started to click. I was like, the last ride I took her on, we went 200 kilometers an hour. It was way too freaking fast. I scared her. She wanted nothing to do with my motorcycle anymore. So speaking from real world experience, guys, girls don't want to go fast. There's the odd few girls, far few in between, will want to go fast. But if you're picking up a girl on a first date or something like that, just ride normal, ride maybe 10% faster than the speed limit, give her the tiniest bit of speed, but don't take her 200 kilometers an hour or 120 miles an hour for you people in the States. A few years later, I met a girl on Tinder, and I just want to back up for a second. I've got a girlfriend that is not into motorcycles whatsoever, but she accepts me for having a motorcycle, and she has made no attempts to try make me sell my motorcycle. So I am so freaking happy, and that's why I have been with her for so long, is because she accepts that I love the motorcycles and I love being with her. So it works out perfectly, and I'm perfectly fine with her not being into motorcycles. She gave an attempt. She bought a motorcycle. She tried it out for 2 years. It wasn't for her. She sold it, and I still got my bike. So all is good. So anyways, back to my Tinder date that was years and years and years ago. If you're watching this, Jen, this was years ago. I thought it'd be a great idea to take her out on a first date with my motorcycle, and that's what I did. This girl was actually into cars a little bit. She had a race car and she was into all that kind of stuff. She had her own helmet. So I took her out on my motorcycle as a first date, and you know what? It was absolutely amazing. First date, guys, if you're looking for a first date and the girl is willing to jump on the back of your motorcycle, she might be a girl worth keeping around, because holy smokes, you feel so cool riding your motorcycle on a first date with a girl on the back. So to her, this is unlike any other date that she's ever been on a motorcycle. She probably hasn't been on a first date that was on a motorcycle. So it is such a cool idea. It's not going to cost you a whole lot. It's not going to be that normal. Just swallowed a bug. Back to what I was saying. First date. Take a girl on your motorcycle if she's willing to. Don't force it. It's okay to be a little bit persistent to, you know, get them out of their comfort zone. But for the most part, guys, if a girl doesn't want to be on your motorcycle because of this reason or this reason or that reason, don't push it too much. Push it a little bit, but don't push it too much. In no way, shape, or form is this a dating channel, dating tips. This is just girls and motorcycles and the relationship with them. It's a touchy subject for a lot of people, and that's why I'm making this video right now, so that you guys can learn from my personal experiences. I've been riding motorcycles for the better part of 20 years. I feel like I could speak to this just a little bit, which brings me into the third tip, if you want to call it that, is what should a girl wear on a motorcycle if she doesn't have gear? And number one thing is long pants and not leggings, jeans of some kind. Jeans aren't going to protect you like these riding jeans that I'm wearing right now, or a leather suit, but they're going to be significantly better than leggings or shorts. A lot of girls have no idea that your exhaust is hot. They have no idea that the frame of your motorcycle gets incredibly hot. And if they're wearing shorts or if they're wearing leggings, they're gonna burn themselves, no doubt about it. I have a friend of mine that has had this happen. He told his girlfriend at the time, don't wear these leggings on the motorcycle. She didn't listen to him. She wore the leggings on the motorcycle, and they had a ride. When she was getting off the motorcycle exhaust was extremely hot. She got off, touched her leg on the exhaust, burnt a hole in her expensive leggings, and she was freaking mad. Like, guys, be very persistent that when a girl jumps on the back of your bike, especially if she's never been on one, make sure she's wearing some sort of jeans, some sort of denim, something thicker, not shorts, not leggings, because it's going to ruin her day and it's going to ruin motorcycles probably for a very long time. She's not going to want to get back on. That's for darn sure. So after you've convinced her to wear jeans, make sure she's got a helmet that actually fits her, because the last thing you want is to give her your old helmet that is 5 sizes too big and is wiggling around, because if you guys were ever to go down, the helmet's going to offer little to no protection at all. So guys, please, even if you've got to run and get a HJC helmet that is $150, that is actually her size, it's going to make a world of a difference if you guys were to ever go down. And lastly, guys, let's make sure she's got some kind of gloves, some kind of boots. I understand she's not going to have motorcycle gloves and she's not going to have motorcycle boots, but any kind of glove is going to make a huge difference. Even if you have some old gloves, throw those on there, pull them up tight, throw an elastic band around them, do something like that to protect the hands, because we all know if we are ever to go down, the first thing you're going to do is put your hands out to brace yourselves, and you want to have some type of motorcycle glove if possible, or some sort of glove, just to make any kind of a difference. And don't let her go out in her Air Force Ones or her flip-flops or anything like that. If she owns a pair of boots of any kind, Blundstones, whatever, make her wear those boots, even if they're not fashionable, on the motorcycle, because if you were to go down, you're gonna want some protection on those feet. Make sure she's protected, because gear is so incredibly important, guys. So if you guys were to ever actually go down and she was wearing all the things that you told her to wear, she's probably gonna have a second opinion about motorcycles, and she might consider going on a motorcycle again because she was wearing the appropriate gear. If she was wearing short shorts, leggings, no boots, no gear, improper fitting helmet, and she goes down and she hurts anything, road rash, anything like that, she's never getting on a bike again, guys. You can kiss your motorcycle goodbye, because she's not gonna let you ride yours. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys learned something new today. If you did, please consider a subscribe. Please consider a like, share it with your friends, share it with your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, your grandpa. Let them know that I'm out here giving you tips on having a motorcycle and keeping your girlfriend, or getting a girlfriend for that matter, with the help of a motorcycle. Because let's face it, guys, motorcycles are incredible. We all love them and we all want to keep riding them. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.